ready to start installing all of our tubing onto the injectors. We're going to start with the injection side tubing first, and then we'll move on to the suction side hoses that go into your stock tanks. You'll need a pair of tubing cutters for this, as well as a small driver for the hose clamps that go on the hoses for the large H4 pumps. So let's get started doing it. So we've already pre-cut lengths of pipe. We might need to trim them a little bit. You'll cut lengths of pipe off of the coils of tubing that come with your kit. We'll start by installing the tubing on the top injection fitting. We're going to unthread the tube nut off of the fitting, place it over your tubing like so. Force the tubing over the nipple on the end of the fitting here, the IPF. This takes a little bit of work. You'll probably need 2 hands to flare the tubing out over the fitting, but make sure you get it down onto that nipple as far as possible, because you want this to be a solid connection. These fittings are under pressure when the system's operating, and they can blow off if they're not seated properly. And then once you have the tubing seated as far as you can, press the tubing up there and then thread the tube nut down onto the fitting. Now we're going to fit the length of tubing onto the top of the injector here. We just want to make sure that we work with that curvature of the tubing and figure out a clean line, something like that, and follow that pattern across the entire manifold. Same as before, we'll take the tube nut off the top of the injector, thread it over the tube, press the tubing firmly. Be very careful to keep your thread straight. Don't cross thread it. It's very easy to do. And we'll replicate that for the rest of the injectors here. H4 pumpers use a bigger diameter tubing. You'll see it's very different. It's a braided clear line, very obvious. We're going to walk through how to install these now. So same as before, we're going to start at the top on the injection fitting. We've already pre-cut this tube. You'll just cut it to length from the coil available. Make sure to take one of the stainless steel hose clamps that come with the kit, place it over the tubing, and then insert it over the barb on the injection fitting so that it's flush with the black part of the barb. Then hold the hose clamp in place about halfway up on that barb. Take your driver and cinch the hose clamp down onto the tubing and the barb. It's secure, it can't come off, it can't be pulled off. That's exactly what you want. H4 pumps are a little bit different. The other barb fitting is located on the back of the injector here. We're going to install this tubing onto it now. So we'll bring our tubing to the back of the H4 pump here. Place our hose clamp over the tube and use our driver. Again, secured, can't twist. Now that you've seen the first 2 done, I'm going to go through and do the rest. Okay, injection tubing is complete. Notice the clean S-curves, all of them sloping in the same direction. That's what you want for an aesthetically pleasing system.